I'm going to have a chat with you about what symptoms I have with my PCOS. Now, I'm using my iPad at the moment and I am using a website to read it off of. Now, I'm not going to show you the website just because I do not have the rights to share the website through my YouTube channel, okay? So I'm just going to read it off of this. I'll probably put a little description down below of the symptoms, so if you feel like you may have anything of it, go see your GP straight away, just so you make sure, so you know if you have it or not. Okay, so the first one here, it says periods and fertility. No periods or periods that are irregular, infrequent, heavy, immature ovarian eggs that do not ovulate, multiple cysts on your ovaries, difficulty becoming pregnant, hair and skin, excess facial and or body hair, acne on your face and or body, scalp hair loss, darkened skin patches around the body, mental and emotional health, mood changes, depression and anxiety, and then also sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is a disorder that you have and you have trouble sleeping. Okay, so basically all of them. Now with the cycle, now it's very irregular, and it can be hell sometimes. It can be quite heavy, and unfortunately there is really nothing you can do. I have spent number of days at home in bed, previous jobs, I've had to leave, or I've lost hours because of the pain that you're in, and you just, sometimes you can barely walk, so you just stay in bed all day, and then that just causes havoc, emotional, you're in pain, you're scared of your job, or you just really want to get out of this house because you've been in there all day long, but you can't because you're so heavy and you're in so much pain, and everything. And sometimes it gets expensive as well. If you're having to go buy tampons or pads or anything like that constantly because you've used quite a lot of them, it can add up very well. Okay, so immature ovarian eggs that do not ovulate. I do. Now, in one of my ovaries, what had happened, I've got 6 cysts, and what I'm pretty sure is what the doctor was explaining to is they've released, but the eggs are very immature, which means that they're not mature enough to let go in a way, and then they've stayed embedded in my ovary, which has caused a cyst. So there's 6 little ones around. Now they call this a pearl effect because usually they are in a circle like a pearl necklace. So when you look at an ovary, you will see that little pearl-like, and that's how they can let you know if you have cysts or not. So I have that. Multiple cysts, yes, on one of my ovaries. Difficulty becoming pregnant, yes. Now, in the whole entire time that we have been trying, I've literally have only ovulated this one time, which is through Clomid. Now, 2 or 3 years ago, I think it was when I first started seeing the first gynaecologist. Now, with them, I did do blood tests every such and such days after my period had finished, and she contacted me and let me know that I do not ovulate. Now, on that day, I was mixed emotions. I was really, really upset, but I was also confused because I didn't know what the next step was going to be. So that was a very hard one. It got me right in the feels. It made me so upset, and I cried my eyes out to my partner. He was driving, and I think he ended up pulling over and giving me a hug. I can't remember. It was that long time ago, but yeah, it really destroyed me that day. It just really upset me. Okay, so excess facial and or body hair. Unfortunately, yes. And my mum has a European background, so that doesn't help either. Now, I've got very dark features. Now, I do have hairy arms. I don't know if you can see it in the video. Yeah, you can. When I was in high school, I actually used to get teased a lot. I used to get called hairy arms all the time. And that did not help. back then, obviously, I didn't know that I had a PCOS condition, and all that, but that definitely did not help the situation, of growing up and, you know, getting teased. Like, it's hair. Who cares? You can wax it. Like, really, hair is not a massive thing. I do get self-conscious about it though. Hypothetically at work, I always wear a jumper or something like that, but now I've got a new uniform. Obviously my arms show, and I'm like, but you know, at the end of the day, it's just hair. I'm 25 years old now, and you know, I've just come to the realization I'm engaged, I've got a life, I've got a happy family. I don't have to care of what people out in the real world think of me. Like, I'm at that point, I don't care. I'm happy in my body, I'm happy in my life. If you've got an issue because there is some dark hairs on my arms, well then, there's the door. Walk at it and never come back at the end of the day. Now, I do have dark facial features as well, because, you know, you got your eyebrows, and for some women you have to wax your little moustache here, which I do so, and I do get little bits of hair every now and then. I've always been very self-conscious of it, and I was a bit iffy of putting in a video because, you know, so many people are going to watch it, but, you know, at the end of the day, I'm me. The reason why I have these features is because of the PCOS. It's nothing that I could prevent. And at the end of the day, it's hair. It can get removed. So, you know, whatever. Acne. Yes. Every single time near my cycle, or just, you know, any time, I break out. I don't know if you can see. You probably can see because it's pretty bad. I've got some here, and I've got some here. Now, that's just because my cycle, and usually I wash my face every single night, but I still get acne. When I was younger, and here and there I get it on my chest as well, but when I was younger, I always used to get it on my chest, just, you know, it would just break out everywhere. And I did find when I take certain medication, I don't know if it's the medication or if it is just the medication with the PCOS, it also causes acne on my legs sometimes. Now, scalp hair loss. Yes. Now, I've always had really thick hair, and I've always loved my thick hair. I always used to actually get it thinned out because it used to be way too thick, and I used to hate how thick it was. But recently, I have come to the conclusion of literally losing handfuls every single day. I would be straightening my hair and I would look on the floor and there's like this big scatter of hair everywhere. For example, the other night I was washing my hair, and I always, when I shampoo it, wash it out, shampoo it again, wash out, conditioner, and when I have the conditioner in, I comb my hair out so it's nice and soft. So I did that the other night, and literally, all I did was go like this, look at my little brush I've got, and there was a big chunk of hair. And I just looked at it and I freaked out, and I was like, oh my God. And I put it on the little counter we have in the shower, and I was too scared to brush my hair anymore because I didn't want any more to come out. And I've only noticed that happening over the last 2 months, I reckon. Every single day, basically, if I brush my hair or have a shower and I've brushed it in the shower, there's always big chunks of hair coming out. Now, I don't know if it's just over the day the hair has just fallen out and that's the reason why it comes out in a big chunk, or if it's just through brushing, it's weak at the root or something like that. Now, I don't have any bald patches or anything like that, thank God. Now, I don't have receding, I think it's called receding hairlines, because that is something that happens as well. Some women, they have male pattern baldness, which is, I think, like there or something like that. I thankfully don't have that. But I really hope that losing this hair stops, because I've got thin as hair now. and it kind of scares me a little bit because I don't want to lose any more hair. Okay, so darkened skin patches. Now, darkened skin patches, I don't think I really have. I do know though that if I've had pimples, I do get scars very quickly, and there's just dark patches there, so I don't know if it is actually that or not. But with saying that though, I don't like pick out my face or anything like that and they still come up as a scar, so I don't know if that would probably go would go underneath that one or not. Now, emotional health and mental health. Yes, I have chronic mood swings. 1 minute I'll be happy-go-lucky, next minute I'll be sad, depressed, next minute I'd be angry, you know, it changes all the time. And it's very hard to keep track of it. Like, you'd go to bed fine, then in the morning you have depressed, anxiety kind of fit, and you're just like, this is not me. I always say to my partner, having PCOS has definitely changed me in some ways. I'm still the same person, but emotionally I'm a completely different person. It's just, yeah, I never used to be the way I am now, and it has caused a lot of issues. And it's not me, and I think fighting within myself if it's not me makes it almost worse, because you know that's not you, but you try to fix it, but it never fixes because it's an emotional roller coaster that you just go through. So depression. Now, I do have depression. I'm mild depression, I would say, just because I can still get out the house, go do my day-to-day things, and then some days I don't want to leave the house and everything like that. I do know for a fact some people that with depression, anxiety just can't leave the house at all. I can, which I'm thankful for that, but there are some days that just, you know, are the worst, and you just sit home and you ponder on things. It does get very hard and bad sometimes, and you know, when you try and talk to people about it, they're a bit like, I don't know what to say to you, I'm sorry. You get the awkwardness kind of thing, and that. Now, sleep apnea. A sleep disorder where there are abnormal pauses of breathing during sleep. Now, I don't have that kind of issues or anything like that with my sleeping. I just do know that I wake up, can't get back to sleep, get back to sleep, sleep for a bit, wake up again, fall back asleep. And then when you wake up in the morning, you're like a zombie because you feel like you've had no sleep because you've woken up so many times. Now, earlier on, I could sleep all day and be fine. I never used to really wake up in the middle of the night. From basically from when I was a kid. So yeah, when I was about 19 or 20, that's when I used to not be able to sleep through the night. It used to take me so long to get to sleep, and it was really, 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 really hard some days. But yeah, that's all that I can say off of the website here. I basically got all of them. And now, with saying all those conditions, like all the symptoms, there are also medical things to back up. So for example, like testosterone, different hormones and everything like that, when you go to get your blood taken and they come back, they match it up to what's normal and what is not normal. And that's how they figure you out being having polycystic ovarian syndrome. Now, the first gynaecologist I went and seen said to me that I definitely had PCOS because of my blood results, and then also all the things that I've just listed off of the iPad. Now, when I went to the gynaecologist I have now, he said that he wasn't too sure I had PCOS just because my blood results that he had taken seemed to be okay. And then I went and got another set because he just wanted to double check. So I had a first one done and it was a bit iffy, so I had another one done. And at that same time as well, I then had some scans done. And yeah, it came back that I had the polyp in my uterus, then I had the 6 cysts in an ovary, and then again my blood results actually came back with the factors of PCOS. So at the end of the day, I definitely did have that condition. So yeah, so if anybody who is watching this right now, if you feel like you have any of those symptoms, go seek a GP and get referred off to a gynaecologist ASAP. It may not be something that is a serious case, but sometimes it may result in a serious case. So I would definitely go speak to your GP just about it, just because, you know, it's your health at the end of the day, and when you want to have children, getting in early may also help the situation as well. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to, this little short video I'm going to do is all about the symptoms I do have. Now, if you want to comment, just comment below. Now, just like the video if you do like it, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.